Doing today? How,
Good.
how was everyone's day at work?
My day was really good. That reminds me of something that happened at work today.
Oh my goodness. That sounds so scripted.
Oh, no, I know. I was doing it on purpose. But really, at work today, I ran into a situation that I figured I'd bring up because, so we have this stand-up table, and it's because we sit down all the time. We're lazy slobs. But we have a table where we purposely stand up for meetings. And we were standing around it at lunch, lunchtime talking about random stuff. And one of the guys who's been there almost the longest, he's still kind of young, but he's been there a long time. He had his zipper down, and the table is shorter than, when you're standing at it, you can see a person's crotch for sure. Or at least I can because I'm tall enough.
Yeah.
And it slides down, but there's probably like 7, 8 of us standing in this circle. And I don't know the right thing to do in that situation. I could just straight up tell him in front of everybody. I could try to make weird eye contact with him and motion to his crotch or something, which I think is also weird. But what should be the proper etiquette? How do I just leave him with his fly
Take
down
yours
for a while?
No. Yeah, that's true. Take yours down and
Mutually
then
assured
yeah, you know, like,
destruction.
well, because you know, like sometimes when people have something on their face and you
Yeah, but
wipe
that's
your
different.
face.
I would totally tell him right away. One of
Yeah.
our coworkers this same day around
No,
that
I'm
same
saying
table.
what Mikey's
Yeah,
saying,
so-
where you take down your zipper and
And
put
you
it back
go
up.
like obvious, like, oh no, my zipper's undone. And you zip it up, so you sink your own ship to keep his ship afloat.
Just
Yeah,
bring it up
I
in like a
could.
conversation. Just be
Yeah.
like, you guys know what's
Or-
No, because
great
then everybody else,
zippers.
like,
Yeah,
if
then you
I was
look
there,
right
I
at
would
it.
Look around at everybody's
No,
crotch.
I
trying
would
to
go
see
up
if
right
their
next.
zipper's up or
Why don't
not.
you just zip it up yourself?
Is that go behind him and sneak my arm around
Let me
while
just
everyone
sneak right
watches
past
me?
you.
like
No.
through his arm, so it's like blatantly obvious.
I think you
I
just
could have
walk
went under the table and did it underneath,
for him.
like lift it up so nobody can see it.
You're sitting there like
No.
stretching out a coat hanger or something, trying to make something.
I
long enough
think
to,
the
like-
best tactic and really would just be go up to him and you have to say it human. You can't say it serious stuff. You can't be like, dude, your zipper's down. You know, you'd be like, hey man, your zipper's down, and then you like kind of have a smile with it because then he's like, oh no,
You could have just.
Yeah,
I'm so dumb.
If it was like a
we
friend,
just all laugh at him. I mean, because there's no any amount of vocal thing that come out of my mouth, everyone will hear. I mean, only one person's talking at a time. It's not as if it's a big thing crowded where I can sneak over and be like, hey dude,
You can't save everyone, Zach.
I can't really do that.
don't you guys
they would
give each
see
other
me.
shit a lot though at that office?
Yeah, for sure. But
I would
he
just,
is a
I'd just be like,
dude
hey,
that
Johnson,
more
your
people
fly's
respect.
down.
We don't
Oh.
really give him shit as much because he's been there a really long time. He knows all the ropes.
But now, what if it was someone you didn't like?
Oh, I would just point at it. I just put my finger out as far forward as I could.
no.
Point right at it so
Zach's
everybody
like
looks.
just inches from it, just like
When I first started dating Lauren, I asked her because I would tell her if she had boogers in her nose or something like that, and I would ask her like, oh, if I had something in my nose, what would you? And she's like, no, I wouldn't say that. That's so embarrassing. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like saying that I have something in my nose is embarrassing to you instead of me walking around with something in my nose or on my face.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, and if
some people are scum. I guess.
if he was just standing there on
so
his
you
own,
call Lauren scum?
no, I'm not.
You did.
No, she's
You really
Lauren.
did.
You just
No, she was scum and she isn't now. She's lovely now. And now she tells me all my flaws.
well, I would have told him. And if he had something on his face, if he had food on his face or something, I would immediately say, "Hey, wipe your face off." It wouldn't be a big deal. If we were alone, I would tell him to pull his zipper up or make fun of him.
Yeah.
But we're standing in a huge group of all my coworkers, and it just seemed awkward to just cut the conversation out. I mean, because there's a fluid conversation, just cut it in the middle and say, "Hey, your zipper's down."
you know, I think, like I said, you can't just save everyone. Sometimes you just have to see something and you
Well,
can't do anything about it.
That's what I did today. I didn't know what to do, so I just let him
You-
go.
Did you hear about those? It was like last year, those kids that saw that dude drowning in it was like in a lake or a pond, and they were videotaping and they were laughing at him. And he ended up dying, like drowning. And the video surfaced because they're young and they think it's funny to upload a video online. And so the police did an investigation. And they found him, and now all of them are being charged for. They were all charged for some. It's something to do with like,
Is
not
it like negligent
Yeah.
homicide or something like that.
no, because they couldn't charge him for him being hurt or whatnot. But it was they didn't call the authorities in a time of an emergency or something like that. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I
So-
think they should be dumb kids. You should definitely get help. somebody.
No, that's why. That I know. I was really happy about that because that bothered me. Like in the video, they're like, "Oh, this dude's gonna die." I'm like, "What the hell?"
Didn't you laugh at a kid with a broken ankle though, and just kind of left him? I'm just saying.
No, I didn't. That's no.
I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Can't believe you remember that.
I
I don't
will
want to talk
always
about
remember
that. I've done a very good job like getting that out of my head. I was young. I was like 6th grade or 7th grade.
So you
Yeah.
were like
Just
10?
like those kids who filmed the guy dying.
No, they were older than that, I think.
Okay, so what's the age that like it becomes not as acceptable to be like an idiot?
4
like that?
years old. Better grow up right.
What do you
Like,
mean?
I've-
Not
I've-
as acceptable? What do
like-
you mean? Like in
Okay,
the in the
so-
eyes of the law, you know, it's like 18.
18, yeah, but so
17.
say they were like 11-year-olds. Would it be a little bit different? Because it would
Well,
be because at that point you're 11.
The Michigan 5, they were 4 of them were 16. 3 of them were 16.
What are you talking about?
The Michigan 5, that's what they called them, and they had big rocks and they were throwing rocks off of a bridge.
Oh yeah,
And they threw one of them was 18, I think one was 17, and the rest were 16.
Yeah,
and they
but-
threw a big rock and it killed them, and they all got charged.
So at that age, you should definitely know to do
de-
better. But
it-
okay,
it
so in that
depends on what it
situation,
is.
say you were like it was 10-year-olds.
Oh, like there was 5 10-year-olds throwing
Yeah.
giant ass rocks.
Yeah, I know. They probably just put him in rehab or something, like a rehabilitation program for the.
Well, because that's the thing is like they're 10 years old. You know, they're
Yeah,
not
but-
even
but
close
think
to
of
being
They
fully
should know better
developed.
than
Think
not.
of the difference.
True,
like
but-
in 6 years, it becomes.
But at 10, if you don't know that killing somebody's wrong, that's your parents' fault.
But that's the thing. No, it's they didn't think killing someone. Are you going back to the people in the lake or the throwing the rocks?
Either way,
Because the throwing
killing
the-
them is extreme. But if you don't know that hurting people is wrong at 10 years old, I think it's your parents' fault.
I don't think they. Yeah, that's true. But I don't think those kids with the rocks. I mean, I think that was a really stupid idea because they had a giant ass rock.
If I ever
Yeah.
threw any
But-
size rock at any car, I would probably not see daylight for days.
I think it was just pissing somebody off. I think that was
When I
their
was a
goal.
kid.
I'm not justifying it at all, but
Yeah, they
I
just
don't think
thought-
their intent was to. I'm gonna hope this goes through the windshield. You know.
No, I doubt it.
Actually, like I feel like my dad, he wouldn't like hit me or anything. He would just be like, buddy, you can like. He would like.
He hit you with a
explain
rock.
to me- No,
I would hit my son with a
he would
rock
sit there-
of
Throws
equal
Brady off
size.
the bridge.
he would sit there and explain how I could like kill somebody, and then I would never do it again.
If you were 10,
Yeah, that's how he used to do stuff like that.
if it was me, I would convince my kid that he did kill somebody. And you know, like V for Vendetta, where he kidnaps her. Have you guys all seen V for Vendetta?
Yes.
But you're gonna
You seen
spoil
yeah.
V for Vendetta. For
Spoiler alert. Okay, who listens to the podcast? Okay. No,
Oh,
you know, he
that's-
kidnaps her
that's-
for a year and keeps her as a prisoner for a year, and she thinks she's in a jail. But then she ends up letting him go after a year because he was testing her to see if she'd ever give out his identity. You know, I would do something like that to my kid.
Not
for-
he killed somebody.
Scarred for the rest
Not
of their
for a
lives.
year.
I hope your child hears.
No,
this
have you
someday.
seen, you know, like that video of the kid where he accidentally walks out of the restaurant with the cup and he's in the car and his mom's videotaping him and she's like, "You're gonna go to jail, you stole it." She's like, "Mom, don't call the cops." I love that video. Maybe I just like seeing kids in pain. I don't know.
So I'm definitely talking about kids. When I have a kid, I'm gonna take one of those pictures. Like when my kid actually has like identical features. You know how you can age pictures?
Yeah.
I'm gonna age it and I'm gonna hang it up in my living room. So when my kid's old enough, he'll be like, "Who's that that's always been hanging up there?" I'll be like, "That's you. You traveled back in time. We hung out and I took a picture." So my kid's gonna grow up thinking he's a time traveler. He will become a time traveler.
Do you think that's worse than telling your kids that to believe in Santa and then breaking that? Like that seems way more devastating. If I thought I was a time traveler and I found out that was fake.
But that's
Yeah.
just you. Like I feel like
No,
most
that
kids-
is everybody. You know how cool you'd feel? You were a time traveler?
Yeah, but you'd be the coolest kid around. You'd be like, "My dad has a picture of me on the
No,
house."
everyone would make fun of him. Like there's that dumb
Everybody
Val
made fun of
Chovik's
me.
kid.
Yeah, everybody made
Travel
fun of
back
me
in time.
anyways.
Hey, Back to the Future, and they throw snowballs at me. Do you see that coming, Dick? And they would do that all the time.
Zach, you should probably work from home tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm going to.
This looks pretty rough.
Dude, the ice, the rain was freezing as I was driving,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
on my way home today, and it was terrifying. And I like turned up my heat really fast, and I turned on windshield wipers, and it was slowly. It was like the day after tomorrow when they're in the library
Yeah,
and the snow's
yeah.
just coming, and it was just slowly going over my windshield, and I was freaking out.
Yeah, you yeah, it says We have a winter weather advisory, and it says 3 to 7
gosh.
inches.
This is the most boring tangent that could have ever happened.
I'm just saying. I don't.
Okay,
friends
well, I'm
get
gonna cut
hurt.
to something that I saw today, and I was talking to Mikey about it. A Vice video popped up, and it's like a 20-minute long video, and they're following this guy that's going through initiation to get into Crips.
Oh
and
shit!
Yeah, and one of the things he had to do, there must have been a lot to it, but it was a bunch of before, and he had to meet up with the people that were initiating with him. I don't think this is the whole initiation, but this is one part of it. And there was probably 12 or 14 guys, and they all met up, and they were all talking to the camera, like, represent, blah, blah, saying all the things that people in gangs say. I don't really know. But they're like, make a circle around, make a circle around. And he knew what was going to happen. And so they made a circle around him, and as soon as he wasn't paying attention, one of the guys behind him punched him in the face, and then 3 other guys jumped in on him, and 4 guys were beating him up at once, and he had to fight him off. He had to fight, and it was showed it on video. And then after a while, when he like couldn't even like move anymore, they like stopped it, and then they were like, "You did good, man. You did good." And then like half of them were calling him a pussy, and like saying like, "You better not cry because otherwise they're gonna kill him, like they kill the Bloods and all those things like that." But his face was all torn open, and I don't know. And then afterwards, he was talking to the camera. He's like, "Oh yeah, those are my brothers now, though. They know what's best for me. They love me." And then he's like, "This is my life." And his face was all bleeding. And I don't know. It freaked me out.
Yeah, it's
Jeez.
a pretty crazy circle to run in. It's a pretty toxic environment.
Yeah. Well, you can't leave either.
True.
So
Well-
he's stuck now. Think of that.
Yeah, but he loves it. He
Dude,
seems like he was really into
He's
it.
gonna jump right on that beaten up train too. The first opportunity that another guy comes in, he's in that circle beating the shit out of the
Yeah.
next guy.
Well, that's like, I don't know. That's true. Yeah, he's probably looking forward to that.
Yeah.
That's like
Beat the
exclusive
shit out of
group
him.
101. Oh, this happened to me. Now I can fuck you.
Dude, I don't know. It just looked brutal. Just watching 4 guys just wailing at him as hard as they
It's
could.
Miserable.
Yeah, I'm glad it only lasted like a minute. I don't know. I didn't expect it. I thought the initiation was gonna be like him having to like not kill somebody, but I don't know, stealing shit or
That's
breaking
what it was in
in.
Kalamazoo.
What?
Like some of the gang there was like gang initiation week in Kalamazoo for like certain gangs, and like you would have to like kill kill somebody in Greek letters or something. Like we actually made a lockdown procedure at my fraternity because of that. Like we had a whole lockdown.
What do you know? What
procedure that we
gangs
made.
they are?
They don't-
Was
I
it the
don't know what
sororities trying to kill you guys?
No, dude, they were like
Me
gangs
too.
that weren't,
Me.
dude. They weren't even university students. They were it's just gang members
Oh, really?
around like North Kalamazoo, like the bad parts.
That
of
sounds
Kalamazoo.
bananas. That sounds like
Dude,
really crazy.
Some girl was walking like probably this is like 300 yards from the house. She was walking like up a hill, and some guy came out of the like bushes, punched her in the face, stole her phone, and ran away.
I think she just got mugged. I don't know if that was a gang.
I know,
Yeah,
but it
it
was
was
during
pretty
that
much.
time. So
Yeah, maybe. That sounds terrible. Getting punched in the face in general. I've
But
never.
it was a girl too. Like he just came up to this like probably 19, 20-year-old girl, just fucking knocked her out, stole her phone, and ran away.
That's pretty fucked. Was she ugly?
I don't remember who it
Oh.
was.
Doesn't matter. It's okay if it's an ugly girl.
No.
Oh,
wrong
good.
with you?
She was ugly. Thank God.
Oh, but yeah, Kalamazoo be fucking. It's like the meth capital of Michigan.
Have you ever been punched in the face?
No.
You?
I've been punched in the
Wait,
face.
really?
But I was young.
On
Mm.
accident?
Who?
You punched me in the face on accident before.
Did I?
I don't know.
I punched Zeke in the face on accident.
You punched the dome light in the Subaru in the face and broke it.
That you
Yeah,
carry
but
that with you.
it's his Subaru now, so you can't hold that.
Yeah.
above him.
Yeah.
Mikey, you've been punched in the face.
Yeah.
Actually, like,
Yeah.
hard.
Like my brother, full on like just whack.
But that doesn't count. Sibling, that I don't.
It's still getting punched in the
Yeah,
face
it's still
as hard
getting
as the
punched in
kid
your
could.
face.
I suppose, but there's
Like,
some love in there.
No, there was no holding back
No,
from
dude.
him. He
You
just
never want to
straight-
kill your brothers?
Yes, I have. I tied my little brother up
See?
in the shower with and turned the shower on once.
What?
Exactly.
Yeah, I was young. Oh my goodness.
Dude, siblings are crazy.
You
My
got-
brother used to try to hit me with a chair.
Yeah. Really?
I've
Yeah, he'd get really mad, especially if I'd mess with him while he's playing video games. You make him lose while he's playing Modern Warfare 2 or something.
You were just asking for it? Oh man.
No,
Why'd
I
you throw a
didn't start
chair?
out that way, but it happened once, and then after that, it's a button to push.
Yeah.
You just get pissed off and you just fucking push the buttons.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I've never been punched in the face.
When it happened to
I
me,
don't-
I couldn't like it hurt, but it was more funny. Like it was like, wow, I just got punched in the face for this like stupid reason. It just kind of was like funny. I don't think if someone like just once punched me in the face, I would be like super like hurt and angry about it. I think it's pretty like funny. Like someone was angry enough to punch me in the face. Like that's the ultimate goat.
Yeah,
like,
that is kind of funny.
You
Well, I mean, I laughed like some kid tried to fight me at school once, and he was like actively like swinging at me and then trying to put me in a headlock, and I thought it was hilarious that he was actually that mad that he wanted to fight me. So I didn't fight back. But I don't know if I could have fought back even if I wanted to. I don't
It's
know.
only funny because he didn't actually get you or actually choke you out.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot less funny if you couldn't breathe.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I've never been that
'cause-
mad. Nowadays, I feel like I could get mad enough to punch somebody. But even back then, I never even got mad. Or if I did get mad, I would just get frustrated or get scared.
Yeah.
I always thought everyone wanted to beat me up.
Hitting people wasn't really the first. It wasn't even really a card to play in my book.
Exactly. Yeah.
When I got punched in the face, I was pretty young. I might have been in 5th grade or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I got punched in the face by an older kid. And I'm not saying I didn't deserve it, but I definitely didn't see it coming. And at that point in my life, punching somebody in the face wasn't even an idea that I'd ever had.
Yeah.
So when I got hit in the face and when it hurt, it was kind of like an eye-opening experience. I didn't realize that you could get hit in the face or hit somebody in the face.
Who was the kid that Tyler Obanoff and everybody bought? They bought him like it was like 7th grade. They bought him a maxi pad and we gave it to him.
That was Aaron. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Aaron.
Yeah. No last
This is
names.
bullying.
But yeah.
He just-
Yeah, we don't have to say his last
I
name.
don't remember who it was.
I do. He was
Yeah,
a weird.
It's irrelevant for
But
this
he was,
conversation.
he was a dick though, wasn't he? That's why we gave it.
Yeah, he's the kid that tried to fight me. That's the kid. Exactly what I was talking about.
That same kid jumped on my back, too.
Yeah.
What did
I-
you guys do to this kid that he had it out for like all of you?
No,
He
it
had
was
out against everyone.
literally everybody.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
were just lower on the pecking order than the big basketball
Yeah.
kids. So we would get in bouts with him, I think, more often because we were on a more
Yeah.
closer level playing field. I mean, everyone hated him for sure. Most people didn't necessarily hate
Yeah.
us. But it was easier to fight with us than it was the big kids who would just knock him out.
I witnessed him when we were waiting for the bus. I witnessed him run up behind somebody and punch them from behind the face, and then they started duking it out. And an older classman jumped in and broke it up.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, probably. It was really crazy, but it was only for 5 seconds. But then later that same year, that older classman dude, I don't remember his name, but he beat him up in the locker room. You remember that?
Oh.
I cannot. He was a stocky football player, and he was a year ahead of us or 2 years ahead of us. And I guess they had an issue in their gym class, and he was antagonizing him. And then the dude just walked up to him and punched him like right in the face, and he just like sat in the bleachers and cried. Because I had team games the next class, and he was still in there. And then everyone ended up telling me.
Team games.
But no, I don't know. I wouldn't like to get punched.
No. I mean, even though it was that long ago, I still remember that it was a bad experience. You know, you don't really
Yeah.
remember a whole lot when you're that young. Being
Yeah.
punched in the face is one I remember.
I
So
don't even know if I've been hurt that bad. I'm trying to think what the most painful. I smashed my finger in a door. I remember that
Ooh.
It was gruesome.
clear
You
as
sent me
day.
Snapchats.
Yeah, I had to go to the doctor, and they had to glue the tip of it
did your
back
other
on.
toenail fall off yet?
Yes, it
It
is
fell
off.
off?
I pulled it off
Why didn't you take a video of it?
because it was much. The other one died faster and it was easier to yank off, and it didn't hurt. And then this one was terrible. Like my eyes were watering, and it was bleeding everywhere.
Did you just have to rip it?
I kept trying to. The first time I tried to rip it off, I was in the bathroom. I grabbed a hold of it, because it was holding on in the corner. So I was grabbed a hold of both sides, the front and back, and I ripped it like this, and it didn't come out. It didn't even move, and it just started bleeding.
Oh.
And then my eyes just, you know when you hit your nose and your eyes just start watering, you can't stop it. Both of them were just watering, and and it hurt so bad. So I had to like put it back kind of in its place and then wrap it up. And it was like 3 or 4 weeks after that. I think I had like
And you had to walk around.
two
at work
rum
all
and
the
cokes.
time.
It doesn't hurt. It didn't. That's the thing. It doesn't. Only the yanking on it hurts.
It was just in the way.
Yeah, it just sits there, and I just didn't want to get it caught on something.
Oh, could you imagine like getting it in a blanket or something when you're sleeping?
Well, it did after this. If I didn't have it wrapped up, I was scared because like if it was just like slightly, it was fresh from bleeding, so it hurt really bad.
I think the most
Quit kicking shit.
I know.
pain I've been in recently that I can remember was when I was snowboarding and I scorpioned. So you know where your legs go all the way back up and almost hit you in the
Yeah,
head.
that sounds terrible.
Because I was going down the hill and you stop on your heel edge, and I was getting too cocky. I was trying to talk to the person that was next to me, and I went forward, and then the front part of my board caught, and I just went straight down. I snapped right to the ground.
Oh,
My head hit the
jeez.
ground, and then my feet came up over.
That sounds terrible.
That's really painful.
And that freaks me out too, because because I see videos like a lot in the meme group a lot where people will just like Ross will send ones where someone's like flipping or like they're bending, and then they're like, oh, and you're like, it looks terrible. And Lauren, 4 of her like neck vertebrae are fucked up just from bad posture, And I think about that because I went with her to the neurosurgeon, and like I was looking at her X-rays, and he's like, these aren't good, and I was like, oh my god, that's just existing in the wrong way, like that's just going everyday life not good, but let alone just flipping your body and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sounds terrible. I feel like I take pretty good care of my back ever since I got a new mattress and whatnot.
Yeah, that thing's nice.
It's perfect, but now my neck hurts. Like I don't know if
You
I
need
should
a new pillow or something.
Well, I have
Have you
like
tried the foam
I have
pillows?
no pillow. I'll do no pillow sometimes and it'll hurt, and I'll do a thin pillow and it'll hurt, and then sometimes I'll do a big pillow, like, or 2 big pillows, and it'll still hurt. But like I don't know the right.
Maybe you're
Sometimes it will.
overcorrecting. You got to find a middle ground between too thin and too thick.
I don't know, because then I'll try to sleep on my side some days, but it's always just hurts. Like ever since I got my new mattress, I barely ever have to crack my back, like completely at all. But now I crack my neck like twice as often. I don't get it.
Which one would you rather have? Would you rather have to crack your back?
No, neck, because my actual back, like spine hurt before. Like during work, my back hurts because like you can lift, like you can do like the froggy shit and get down and you lift properly, so you don't use your back. But then you can also lift where you lift, you hold your back up straight, so you're working your back muscles, So I do that all the time. So my back it's a lot stronger than it used to be. But before I got the mattress, my spine actually hurt. So even if I was sitting down or just like, yeah, I could like lay down and my spine would hurt. I don't know.
You should try like the memory foam.
Maybe that'll help. All right. Goodbye, Mikey.
Goodbye.
I wish I had something a little bit more exciting other than me talking about my
he's just going to the
back.
bathroom. I was like,
Yeah, no, he's using the bathroom.
Yeah, I also kind of wanted to talk about. I had another,
An epiphany.
not really epiphany. I was just thinking about cell phones again, and how they're really bad for you.
Yeah.
And I have many points to why they're bad for you, and I think there's some really obvious ones, and there's some ones that are kind of I'd have a harder time convincing people of.
they have pros
But-
and cons.
Well, they certainly do, and I think most technology does. I mean, even cars have problems. You're going to kill people, but we need them so much, and everybody uses them. But a cell phone, I think there's some pretty obvious ones. Just like Lauren's vertebrae. I mean, if you're looking down all the time, it can be bad for your
Yeah.
neck, and it's definitely not good for our eyes, especially when in low light and we're looking right at this bright screen. So just physically, I mean, those are bad, but I think
you can do there's like a blue light filter in some phones.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
I use that.
you can,
Then it looks
and you
like your phone
cannot
has
bend.
jaundice.
And you cannot bend your neck. But I'm just talking in general. I don't think people do those things. I think they look straight down and they look right at the blue light at night. But I think they screw up sleep. I think they screw up social interactions.
They're proven to screw up sleep.
I think they screw up our attention span.
Brady's on his phone right now. Why are you on your phone?
I was looking for something.
Okay, I mean, all right.
I think they mess with the way that we used to be. And maybe it's not a bad thing, but there's going to be an adjustment period, if anything.
Yeah.
If it's not just straight up bad for us, there's still an adjustment period.
And you end up using them all the time, and then you have reasons and you justify why you need to use it, especially when you're doing other activities.
Yeah. Or you look at it all the time. It's kind of like a crutch where I might peek at it when I'm uncomfortable, or
Yeah.
I can put all kinds of information on it. It's different. If I'm bored, I can spend 45 minutes looking at my phone at dumb shit that basically gets me nowhere. I'm at a net zero. I just spend
It's like
empty
temporary.
time.
It's like temporary satisfaction.
Yeah,
Kinda in a
it's
way.
really, really short satisfaction.
I pull up my phone. It's when I'll be driving and I'll pull up my phone and like swipe down to refresh it, and I'll be not connected to Wi-Fi or on data, as if like someone's actually gonna text me.
Yeah.
And I never even text. I only talk through Facebook.
Right.
It's
I
like I just muscle memory just to rip it on my back pocket
And I'll, like-
look at it.
At work, my monitors are two different shades. They're like 2 different colors. One's more yellow than the other one. and by the end of the day, like sometimes my vision will be a little blurred. Like I have to like really look in to like see my monitor because
That can also just happen because your eyes are tired from staring at screens all day.
yeah,
If I don't stop and look away, my eyes definitely get tired because I have shitty ones.
You forget to blink. I do
No,
that
when I play video
games.
games, I
Yeah.
do for sure. But
Your eyes just start
Yeah.
hurting. And you're like, oh
It's
my
terrible.
goodness.
yeah, but for instance, my cell phone. If I'm bored, or even when I go out to eat now, I can look at my phone the whole time at a restaurant, or when I wake up in the morning. Almost every day, I end up watching a video on YouTube in the morning before even doing anything. I'm looking at different stuff,
Yeah.
or watching something right before I go to bed.
Waiting in line too.
Yeah, if I'm
Like,
waiting in line to just scroll through Twitter or something.
I gotta admit, out of everybody, Zach's probably the best. Not being on, like out of all of our friends.
Well, Zach's good at discipline in general. Zach's probably the most disciplined one out of all of us.
With cell phones, particular, I think I get really tired of it quickly. I think I don't know. I just feel like I'm getting not that much out of it, and that it's really temporary or something. Especially if I'm just scrolling through memes and stuff.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
It was funny for the first.
What about back
4
when they
minutes.
had like the Motorola like Razr craze, where everybody just had like a flip phone and you could call with it and you could text with it, but it didn't have like a full keyboard or anything? Do you think like that was less damaging because you're not looking at it all the time? It's just it was a communication tool.
a lot
I
of
think-
people do that. They're going
Like-
back to those.
I do think it's damaging as if you just have it as a communication tool and not as something that you can fuck off with
No.
every day.
I
would-
definitely think it's less damaging as just communication.
Significantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can check it a bunch still. You can be obsessed with wanting to get text messages from a person, or you can be obsessed with checking how long ago they read your message or something like that, which is definitely also bad.
Yeah, but that's different because
It's-
on a smartphone, it's like you're not even waiting for someone to respond to you. You're just using up time.
Just think of all the
But you could be. I mean,
True.
if you're talking to somebody
Yeah.
you like, or you have a crush on somebody, or
Yeah,
there's
but
somebody
that's
important,
That's
you're just.
cute. You're staring at
again,
your
it
phone.
can be
weird if it's somebody you don't like.
It's kind of.
think
It
of all
gets-
the situations. Sorry.
It gets so toxic. Like, if you
Yeah.
think that like your moods can be affected that much by how fast somebody responds.
It's best
Yeah.
when you're on your
Yeah.
phone for 45 minutes and you're not happier. You know, you're just scrolling through and you're still bored after 45 minutes.
Yeah, you're just tossing time away.
I'm pretty sure I actually don't sit on my phone for 45 minutes straight.
That's
think-
one thing I really like about my iPhone is every Sunday they give you your week and they tell you like last week I was down 11%.
Oh, like activity.
Like, yeah, activity on my phone was down 11%,
That's kind of cool.
which I always try and like go down. But like
Yeah, it's
over
like-
the holidays it skyrocketed. It went up like 30% for Christmas.
You're also talking to people more, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
But my iPhone for work, I don't even use it for anything. It has almost nothing. It tells you how many times you clicked the home button or tried to wake it or look at the screen. Nobody talks to me on that one. I will still do it when it's sitting at my desk as a reflex.
Hoping.
And so I looked at the same thing you were talking about once, and the usage percent was 2% or something crazy small.
My
But it told me how many times I looked at the screen or picked up the phone, and it was way higher than I ever thought.
I wouldn't want to know.
Oh God, I didn't even remember doing it this many
My
times.
screen's always on passively. It uses
Yeah,
more
but you
battery.
picking it up and looking at it, your phone can tell. And the iPhone will tell you how many
Yeah.
times you did it.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can find
It can be like 400 times a day or more.
To the credit of like cell phones, though, think of how many people's like lives have been saved because someone was able to just call 911 and not have to get to a line.
No, the communication is fantastic.
Like,
Yeah.
that's
I'm not saying that there
like
aren't
you're
good
just
things
on a
about cell
highway.
phone.
If you're like on a highway somewhere and you're like driving somewhere, it'd be hard to like get to a landline or something. Or if you needed to get towed, like
Yeah.
you would have to have somebody like pick you up, take you to the nearest gas station to use their phone to call to get a tow truck to go back to your car. I just feel like it
True.
would've been,
Well, it's losing our sense of community. Like
in
the
a sense.
podcast that we never posted. I was saying, my teacher would always say that convenience will kill us because things are just going to get easier and easier and easier, and we're going to justify it because we're like, oh, well, I got this phone now and it can do this, which makes this way easier for me. You know, makes like, oh, I need it now. It makes sense.
So here's some data of my screen time just for today. I've spent 2 hours and 16 minutes on
Yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
since I've been up at
Does Samsung have
6:30.
that?
And you work today, right?
I work today.
Yeah.
But so we'll go through and messaging was 31 minutes.
So
So that's like text messaging. No, that's
That's us actually doing something productive.
Give me the top 3.
it's messaging, Instagram, I was looking at memes, Snapchat,
Okay, nice.
and then Facebook, Reddit, Tinder. And I came in actually doing work, checking my mail. Checking my
Wait,
email
so
for 2 minutes.
Tinder's
Just a quick refresh and see. There's nothing.
I figured Tinder would have been up there more.
Yeah, I don't. Tinder loses its charm after like the 3rd or 4th year of
When you
using
get-
it.
Third or fourth, yeah. I thought he was gonna say third or fourth, like minute or time.
Is that in your like, settings?
Yeah, I don't know if yours can do it. He's got an iPhone, man. Dude, I don't know Tinder. I had Tinder for a month, 1 month, and it just wasn't for me. I don't know. I was
No?
scared of everyone. Everyone like wanted to like. I tried to genuinely be myself, and no one was talking to me. And then the one person that did invited me to. I think it was the middle of the week, and she's like, that Friday I'm having a party, and she's like, you should totally come, and if you need a place to stay, you can sleep in my bed with me. And I was like, I don't even know who you are. That girl, still to this day, is Timo's, my dog's, the secretary of the vet. So I see her sometimes, and we both know who each other are, but we don't talk.
I feel like I've gotten a lot out of Tinder. Like not even like
Like what?
I've met a lot of
booty?
good friends.
Are you just are you sucking on some titties?
Booty.
not like just that. Like I've met some like actually like good friends through Tinder.
Are you sure your brain isn't just subconsciously justifying it for yourself?
I don't think so.
I'm
Because
on
I
it
think
right
they're
now.
people that would like stick around for a while.
Listen, if you're gonna be on Tinder, we have to see it. You're on Tinder while we're trying to record a
I already ran out
podcast.
of people because I did it like 20 minutes ago.
Oh.
Peeking too.
I was on Grinder once, but it wasn't me. Someone stole my identity and was on Grinder. Did you not know about this?
Mm-mm.
You didn't know about? So, oh my gosh, story time.
Some dude took your picture
So-
to try to get.
No. Okay, here we go. So I had a friend named John who I used to hang out with a lot, and we would play music all the time because he was a musician and I was a musician. You know, blah blah blah. We'd hang out and play music, write songs,
You
cover
guys had
songs.
sex.
Anyways, we would hang out and play music. And so that happened one summer, and then we ended up drifting away. He ended up doing his own thing, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, so fast forward probably 6 months or so, and I get a message from him, and he's like, hey, would you like to hang out again? I was like, yeah, totally, let's play some music. So we hung out, and we played music, and then he asked me to hang out again, and I was like, sure. I was like, I can't do it this weekend, but the weekend after, maybe we could, there's a couple songs I think that we could, like, do something really cool with. And he's like, well, would you like to go to the movie instead? You know, maybe go see a movie. And I was like, okay, yeah, why not? Like, I'll go see a movie with you. I was so naive. I don't know. I didn't expect anything.
You didn't know he was gay?
Okay, listen, let me say. So it was a couple days went by and we were talking back and forth. And he's like, oh, let's go see this movie, blah, blah, blah. And I should keep saying blah, 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 because that's annoying. And so it was like the day or 2 days before we were supposed to meet. And he's like, can I ask you a question? And I was like, yeah, man. And he's like, so are you bisexual or are you just curious? And I was like, oh, no, man, I'm straight. And he's like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, I'm straight. And he's like, why do you have a Grindr account? And I was like, I don't have a Grindr account. And he's like, I've been talking to you on Grindr for like 2-3 weeks now. And I was like, what? So then he sends me a profile, and it's got like 5 of my photos from Instagram and Facebook in the bio. And the dude knew information about me because he was talking to him, knew I played music, knew I was a photographer and all these things. And this kid that asked me, I had to get his help because I had to have him send me the messages and send me the screenshots. And then I had to contact Grindr, and I had to send them a picture of my face holding up a piece of paper with my name on it to prove that I was the person in the picture. And I look so depressed in the picture. I don't know why. But then he had to come to me, and he didn't come out of the closet yet. So then he was embarrassed because he was trying to woo me, and he didn't even, you know, he had never even told anyone he was gay. And so he swore his secrecy with me, and I was like, oh no, dude, I promise I won't say anything to him. And then I felt bad because then he was sad, and it was just a total mess. And it was kind of sucked, actually. It's funny now, and he like came out a few months after, so everyone knows he's gay now. But still, like, I don't know, that sucks. And I don't know if someone was trying to spite me or if they just thought I was cute. I'll take either. I mean, I'll take the second one, but
It sounds like something like one of us would do or something.
No, that sounds.
No,
t-
that-
I, don't,
I would
I do
definitely not do
not
that.
think that's
I
true.
wouldn't actually
If
do
you
it.
would actually,
Brady did it.
yeah,
I didn't do
was
it.
it.
Brady.
Was it you?
No.
Well, it was you. No, I'm just kidding. No, dude, that's going way too far. You think that's something that one of us would do?
I don't know.
You think I would do that to you?
Especially messaging someone.
Maybe somebody when like I don't think I would go that far with it, but like I don't know. Maybe one of our acquaintances or something.
When Luke lived in the Slovakian house, I wanted to so bad, and I never did, but it was something I wanted to do. I wanted to start leaving secret messages in his mailbox, like cut out pieces of newspaper and pretend to be some weirdo and harass him, and then leave things in his house, and that, you know, because he always had people over at the house too, and I just wanted to pretend to be some weirdo and try to get him to communicate with me, and then have him be like, dude, this guy's talking to me, and I never ended up doing it, but it's something, I don't know why, but I really, really wanted to do that.
Oh,
It's
man.
really funny.
I feel like the
We-
Slovakian house is the only house of Luke's that you could have gotten away with.
Yeah, because just a
Because,
lot of
yeah.
weird people show up there. That he was on Tinder then too. No, was he on Tinder then too? He might have been. So he had a bunch of chicks coming over, like that one chick that stole a sweatshirt, and he like freaked out about it for months because
And I don't think they ever got him back.
no, he like really took that to heart. Like he was actually like really upset and like hated her because of that.
Yeah, I went over there before I even like really knew who many of you guys were. Like I only knew who you were.
That's me. You can't point.
Gideon. I only know, I forget. I only
Yeah.
knew who Gideon was. I didn't know who like.
I have a lot of good memories in the house. That's when we used to chat roulette all the time, which I haven't chat roulette in a long time. We should
just
do that
podcast
sometime.
and Chat roulette.
I
Oh
don't
my
know if I want to do that.
Dude,
Why?
I'm still
I don't know.
I'm still friends on Facebook with Natasha.
Yeah, me too. I'm friends with her on Instagram too. I talk to her sometimes. She'll shoot me messages. She was taking exams, I think it was a year and a half ago, and she was sending me questions about the United States, but they were all things I didn't know.
Like what?
It was like I cannot rember. It was
Who's the
something-
23rd president and stuff?
It was yeah. It was
I
like
don't
it was
know.
like president questions, and then it was something to do with some like foreign policy thing, and they were all things I told her. I was like, I have no idea what to tell you, and she's like, oh, that's fine. But she was studying it. Like, do you think you could take the test? You know the test that if you want to become a United States citizen, do you think you could pass?
Yes.
Can
No.
you pull it up?
Probably
I'll
not.
do it. I'll try.
Here, I can-
Like I'm curious of what some of the questions are. Like how we would actually do it.
I've heard that most Americans can't.
We
Because
should
it's
do it.
information you learn in middle school or early high school, and then we never do it or use it again.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's actually a civics practice test on the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services website, uscis.gov. Check that.
Because even if you sat me down and you told me put all the names in the states and you gave me a map,
The
I could
first-
do it, but it would take a while.
The very first question is, what major event happened on September 11th, 2001 in the United States?
Oh, yeah, because this one says, what movement tried to end racial discrimination? Women's suffrage, prohibition, conservation, civil rights movement. Let's take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
D.
Are you
Right.
doing the same one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. Next question. We elect a president for how many years? Wait, there's no way this is it.
4.
There's no way this is it.
That's a
These could be the really easy
that's
ones.
An official practice.
It could get a
test.
lot harder.
Yeah, what does the president's cabinet do?
Ooh,
Does it advise the president, command the U.S. Armed Forces, make laws, all of these answers?
No, advise the president.
Advise for sure.
Yeah. All
What
right.
if we get one wrong and if we have like peer recording of us just
I mean, it's okay. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? July 4th, 17...
73?
The Secret Lies of Charlotte. Who does a U.S. senator represent? Nobody.
A state.
The rich.
Yeah,
The only people.
What are
lobbyists.
the options?
The only people who in the,
The
state who
damn
voted
liberals.
for the senator. The neo-Nazis. All people of the state. Only people of the state who belong to the senator's political party, the state legislators.
I mean, that I feel like that's pretty.
represent
like,
Not really.
No, they represent the people of the state. All the
Yeah,
people of the
but
state.
you could argue that
They
Yeah.
only
they're
represent
voting
the
for their
party.
party
I
and
know, but
stuff.
it's supposed to be
When must all men register for the selective service?
18.
I like this one. It says
I had to
men-
do it when I got student loans.
Wait, you have
Yeah,
to do it
yeah, yeah.
between 18 and 26? I thought you had to do it right when
You know, you don't have to do it right away.
Oh, see this one. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now?
Let's hear
John
the
G. Roberts Jr. Wait, yeah, because it's Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and then Anthony Kennedy. Isn't Anthony Kennedy dead?
No, that's John.
That's
Cameron
John
No,
and Robert
and
Cameron.
Bobby.
Oh, his brother? Oh, yeah. Just
Bobby
kidding.
and Robert.
Who knows? It's a
And Bobby was the attorney general, not
whatever. I think it's. Is it John G. Roberts? It is.
Hey.
Who was the first president? This is easy.
Dude, what the?
This is I.
But they give you who was the first prime minister of the UK?
I don't fucking know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard,
I'll
and
give
who
Zach
cares?
that, yeah.
Why do I give a
You have to
shit
think
if I
it's-
want to live in the UK? I don't give a fuck about the prime minister.
True.
So much of this is our upbringing. Like we've heard all this hundreds of times.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, let's see if we can get a hard one. What's the next one?
How many justices are on the Supreme Court?
There's 7.
It's not even an answer. 11, 10, 9, 12.
Oh, there's 9. Sorry.
Seven. It's
I was
7.
gonna say there's 9.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
Why did I say 7? What the fuck?
That'd be a hard thing to know too if you were outside.
I'm sure that one.
How many people
Yeah.
are in parliament in the UK? I don't know. And they
Have
speak
you
the same
ever
language
heard-
and everything.
They laugh. They like
don't even have
make
to-
fun of. They blatantly like shit on each other in like
Yeah.
Parliament. It's hilarious.
Like they like
I'd be down for
personally
that.
attack each other. It's pretty interesting to watch.
It's different.
Battle Royale.
Would you rather know? I pulled up something else.
Oh,
Would you rather know when you are going to die or how you are going to die?
Neither.
When?
No, you have to choose.
When?
You can't change the time or method of your death either.
When?
So, when?
Probably when. What do you mean I can't change it?
That's
What
what,
if
it
it
says.
says I'm gonna die at 106 years old? I'm going out at 94.
Yeah, that's
I don't
it.
want to live that long.
Yeah, you shoot yourself in the face and you live.
Oh man.
I'm
It's
a
like saying
vegetable?
like inevitable.
Yeah.
Like it's inevitable against,
Oh man.
this defeats
that
the whole
is pretty
purpose of the
scary.
butterfly effect. So when or how?
When? Definitely.
Yeah, when?
Really?
Yeah. Because
No.
then I
Because
can-
if you found out like I'm gonna get hit by a bus, then anytime you're at a crossroads,
terrified
you're just
of
looking.
buses.
Yeah, but what if it's
Oh
something
shit!
like
Are there any buses?
what if it's
dude?
like I don't know, like you get
At least-
choked by a snake or like an anaconda.
You're
There's
just
something
deathly
bizarre.
Afraid of snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then like you could be walking and you see there's that cable, this cable for the headphones. You could think that's a snake, and you'd be terrified of anything that resembles a snake.
Yeah, but what if
Yeah,
it's something really bizarre?
How is way worse.
Yeah, that's true.
When you get close to the end, you could start doing cocaine and heroin and stuff.
You can start doing cocaine so early?
Yeah, because you know you're gonna die. You could do some crazy stuff. He's like, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna die.
You should like you go skydiving without a chute. You're like, I'm gonna make
And
it.
to be paralyzed for the last 15 months or whatever, however
what
early
if
you
you
did
tried
it.
to what if you tried to do something crazy and you were just a potato until you deteriorated? Oh man.
I would not want to be a potato. If I'm ever a potato and they won't kill me, do it for
Dude,
me.
but what if you died on like the 7th and you got into an accident and they were putting you in the coffin on like the 3rd.
Oh man, and you knew you
Oh.
weren't dead.
You
but,
knew you
like,
weren't going to die for 4 days. Oh no. Dude, I would not want to be buried alive. That sounds terrible. I'd rather die. Oh man. Sorry. I'm trying to think of one I remember. Would you rather always sprint wherever you go or always yell?
sprint.
Sprint for sure. Because at least when I'm standing still, I can have a normal life.
Yeah.
Is it like sprint or is it like the Naruto, like hands behind your back? Like,
You choose. I mean, you may as well make it fun if you have to.
What was that game we always used to play on the computer, like back before we all had laptops? Was it 50-50? Where you would like there would be like what the next it would say, is this going to be a dog, a puppy?
Use your words.
I don't know.
Sound
would
it
this
out.
would this be a puppy napping, or will it be a person getting their finger chopped off?
I don't.
Don't you remember that?
No, I don't
I
understand.
know
I
I've
think
heard of what
it
you're
was
talking about,
called,
but
like,
I've definitely never
50-50
played
or
it.
something.
there's a subreddit that's
We used to
Is
do
it a
that.
subreddit?
No, Gideon.
Yeah.
We used to do that at
It's
your
terrible.
house all the time.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, it was stupid. It was like really dumb, but I was just thinking about that because you're doing like the would you rather stuff.
Oh man. Okay, would you rather?
It was Reddit 50-50. That's what it was.
No, that's stupid. I'm not gonna read that one.
You know, a lot of people like I like it when like whatever that guy's name. I don't know. I think he's Waters or whatever, he walks around on holidays and asks people what we're celebrating, and he'll ask like random people on like beaches and stuff, be like, "Who did we win independence from?" They'd be like, "The French." Like they're fucking morons. Or they'll on Memorial Day, they'll be like, "Why do we celebrate Memorial Day?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Would you rather kill
Pisses me off.
I think a lot of people would fail the U.S. citizen.
one innocent
We just
person
took it.
or 5 people who committed crimes? You didn't know what crimes they committed.
Are we
They're
talking
not-
harsh
What are you
crimes
talking
or
about?
petty theft?
You don't know.
Don't know. You don't know.
That's not fair.
Why?
Because
Well,
then I could be killing an innocent.
you're killing
person.
someone in general.
If I think
That's not
somebody
fair.
who stole gum, that's pretty innocent.
Is that a
Then I'm killing 4 criminals and 1 innocent person, or 1 innocent person.
Here's one you might not know though. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803?
Alaska,
I thought it was the Midwest or something like that.
Tennessee?
I actually know this.
1803. It's the Louisiana Purchase.
Yep, Louisiana territory. Alaska was purchased from Russia.
Yeah, I'm not a nerd. I don't know this stuff.
You didn't study history.
Friggin' nerds. I thought we. Never mind. It doesn't matter.
What?
Are we talking about the 5
Oh, I can ask you.
criminals or 1?
Would you?
That's a hard one. Like,
That's tough, isn't it?
I'm not killing anybody.
No, you have to.
I'll kill myself.
That's not a choice.
I can.
No, you know you're gonna die.
but
You,
then you're
that's not then.
yeah, you're one of the criminals because I know you're
You know when you're gonna
Oh,
die.
no.
You know when you're gonna die, and that's not it.
Well, I can try, and then they'll still live. I'll just be a vegetable. I think that humans are fucked up because we know how to cause harm and pain to people. You know, I'm way. Dogs are innocent, and when people abuse them, it makes me really upset.
Yeah,
Because a dog just loves us unconditionally by its own nature, and then we fuck it up. We cause all this pain. The dogs don't know how to cause pain, they just react. And we know how to make people, poison themselves until pain comes out of a vial in the back of their head.
bringing a vial again. Yeah. Well, people who mistreat dogs in general are. Oh, I was here. I have a. There's a culture in Japan that eats dogs every year. What's like? I cannot remember the name of it. I think it's in Japan. It's like the something dog festival, and they eat dogs. I think most of the dogs are off the street, but I've heard rumors that they steal dogs. That's been in their cult. Like United States has only been around for a minute, pretty much compared to like the Chinese culture. Like, do you think that's bad that they eat dogs in China? Essentially, like, even though that's part of their culture, and they've probably been doing it for a really long time, and they have a dog eating festival. It's like us having a rib fest.
I think
Like a rib fest in
if they. No, if it's part of your culture and you're doing it responsibly, they're not just being horrible about it. I guess it's really not that bad.
But what's
But if-
responsible? Like, I bet
I mean,
the
it-
ribs for rib fest people just buy the ribs from the store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If like the dog was raised.
Well, if you're
for
not
meat.
just killing your own dog that you rose and
Wouldn't that
had
be
in your
better?
home. I don't know.
Would you rather
It would.
kill a cow than have to buy a cow that that was just like born and raised in a captivity?
But cows, yeah, I guess I see what you're saying. It's just
You'd have to carry the weight.
dogs are ingrained in our
I love
society
dogs.
in a way that's different than the other animals.
I know. Well, that's
And people
why.
will say, "Oh, you'll kill a cow, but you won't kill a dog." But it's different because of the way that dogs are a part of our
Yeah.
lives.
See,
that's-
that's it.
Differently than how a cow
But that's
is a
why I
part of
say
our
it
lives.
is because in like United States, dogs and cats are loved,
See,
like,
that's the thing is
completely loved. But in China is like their culture goes back thousands of years. You know what I mean? Like, who are we to tell them they shouldn't do it? You know,
The right ones.
we're right.
I'm
We
just
did a
kidding.
new
Look at,
method.
so you guys, how you have like this close like feeling for dogs and everything, right? I've never had a pet. I've never had a dog, anything like that. And
What are you getting at?
You're
I'm
gonna eat
not
the dog.
No, I'm not saying I'm gonna eat my dog or eat one of your guys' dogs, but like I don't have that feeling towards dogs. I don't have that like dogs are this special pure thing. To me, they're an animal.
No,
You know,
well,
to me, a dog is the same as a pig. or
well,
something
pigs
like
are pretty
that.
great too.
Or like a cow. It's the same as like one of those because that's the way that I was raised. I never grew up having this unconditional love from something.
Well-
I never saw that.
No, well, yeah, kind of in a way. In a way, like
But
dogs
you see
are
it in
pure.
other people.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Like I see it in you guys. Like it's yes, but I still don't like. I can't picture myself owning a dog.
You don't love Fry when he comes over. You just run
No,
around.
you don't love Timo.
You don't love Timo.
Like I do.
Yeah,
I
you like
I
Timo?
like them as a dog. Like I would never think, oh, I'm gonna eat Timo. But like if you were
Well, are you telling me that you could eat a dog as easy as eating a cow?
yes.
No.
I don't think that's true. I think you say that, but I think if it came down to it, I do not think so.
People in
I
like
think
It's like
if some-
me. I
if
think
somebody was like, this dog has been raised to, like we were in that culture that you were just describing. They said this dog has been raised solely for me. I would have no problem eating
that
it.
sounds so much worse. I think if I was gonna eat a burger and they said we raised this cow for you to eat it, I'd be like, I don't know anymore. I feel bad, but
That's
I guess
how
you,
all cows are raised.
Yeah.
For you to eat it.
So you don't think about
I know,
like,
but if someone told me that before I did, it's ignorance is bliss.
towards the end of World War II, like the Germans were like eating horses and stuff. They
I've
were
heard,
eating
but then they
horses.
need to though.
Well, yeah, they were gonna starve,
Yeah,
but like still, that's like
yeah.
crazy.
We already know that Mikey would eat a person, I guess. So
Dude's
maybe this
starving.
conversation doesn't really.
Yeah, it's not as
it's not that
extreme for him.
surprising.
The Dahmer party had to eat their.
I don't know. There's just something special about a dog, and cats too. Really, that I would not. I want less harm from them than a criminal.
I struggle just eating meat in general now. Like I don't struggle, I guess, but if I think about it, I always feel bad. Because I'm dating like Lauren and I'm around so many people that are vegetarians and vegans. I don't know. That's why I feel like I owe it to myself to hunt. To actually hunt and kill something because I eat so many things that are just raised in slaughterhouses that I should maybe shoot something and eat it for my own self to know what it's like.
Cody will help you with that.
Well, me and Jade are talking about getting our hunter's safety
You should.
sometime this summer.
Um,
We all go hunting.
speaking of
Go
like,
hunting.
We can get rent a cabin in the UP
Hunting
or
location.
something. Sick. It'd be sick.
Hunting's one of the most boring things.
do we do it in Escanaba?
Well, I'm not
It's
doing
pretty-
it for the fun. I want to do
like,
it for the.
It's boring until you see an
Yeah.
animal.
Yeah.
Then it's exhilarating.
You have
Yeah.
to do it in
Yes.
Escanaba though, so we can do
Yeah.
the movie.
Exactly. Man,
Hunting's hard though. It's not as simple as just getting a cabin and going camping.
I
and
know,
find
I don't-
something in the
I don't
You
think
woods.
could spend a whole day.
I don't
not
think
see
it's
shit.
easy, and I don't want it to be easy. I don't want it to be like where I go into a fenced-in area and like we put
Yeah.
50 deer in here.
Drop the carrots.
You might hit 2 if you shoot. You know? Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. That's
I'm just mean just the fact of shooting something and eating it. I don't know. I feel like I should do that. I should have to. My last name is literally Hunter.
True.
So I
You've been born.
And there's
You
no-
were raised. to
yeah.
go.
Well, no one in my family hunts. My uncles do. My uncle in Wisconsin, he posted something on Facebook the other day. And it was like if you come over and you have a home cooked meal, the vegetables we grew in our garden and the meat I hunted. And I was like, that's so badass. Oh my god. I wish I could say that.
The only thing I've ever actually gotten was a duck. Been duck hunting, and I got.
How would you kill a duck? What they just live. They just exist. You shot it?
With a shotgun.
Did you cry? Did you
No.
feel bad? You didn't feel bad at all? Not even
Dude,
a little bit?
I felt bad when I shot a turkey, but it wasn't because of shooting the turkey. It was because after I'd shot it, it wasn't totally dead,
Oh no.
and my dad had to hold it down until it bled out. Basically, it was.
You guys didn't like shoot it again?
Well, it was 10 to 15 seconds.
I don't
But
know
you
if I
didn't know
killed the
that?
duck or not.
My dad did somehow. He just held it down. I mean, it was freaking out. If I couldn't just point and shoot at it, I would have shot my dad. But he was holding it down until it basically lost all its energy and just gave up and died.
Oh jeez.
And I felt
That's-
bad watching that. Oh no, why did I do this?
That's rough. Oh
I
my
don't know
god.
if the duck died right away because I don't know because the dog, jumped right after I fired. The dog jumped in the water and went and got it. So it was in its teeth. So it
Maybe I
probably-
don't want to hunt. I don't know.
Well, when you go
It's
duck
pretty
hunting, you
mad.
need dogs. The dogs stay quiet, and then when you shoot, they go retrieve. the
Yeah,
dog.
and Mikey would shoot the dog and eat it.
Yeah,
I'm not
fuck-
saying-
Yeah, Mike.
Dude,
Man.
and with hunting, you have to be prepared for some fucked up stuff too, because after you shoot the deer, that's one of the least
You have to
gruesome
track
parts.
it,
you just
yeah.
watch from far away it fall
Then you
over.
gotta gut
But
Yeah.
then, even if it drops right there, and you don't have to follow the blood through the forest, you still have to rip its asshole out. You have to cut it through the belly up to the chest. You got to rip out all of its intestines so it's lighter. You can carry it.
I know, but I feel like I should do that. I feel like I have to do that.
It's just brutal, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've shot 2 deer,
I try not to kill
and
things.
I don't like. It wasn't anything special. Like, you know how people are like, "Oh, you get the thrill of the hunt." I never got that. It was just like, "Oh, now it's more work."
Yeah. Well, I do think it's stupid when you post pic. I don't like that whole
Holding the
the grip and grin. I don't like that. I think it looks
Grip and grin.
That's what they call it. I think it looks stupid.
I think moose hunting would be cool.
I think you look like an ass. You like shoot something and you're like holding up its limp dead head, and you're posting on Facebook. I don't know.
I'd feel like better probably shooting a moose than a deer though, because they're ass.
What?
Dude, they're so majestic,
Dude,
though.
that's like
Yeah.
shooting like a unicorn.
Have you ever had moose?
It's
though?
like burning
really good.
down a
It's not shooting at you
big-
just because they're not down here. They're more
Moose
up
are
north.
beautiful though.
So are deer.
Deer are boring.
What? Because you're used to it.
deer.
Deer are
pretty-
like the rats of the woods.
No, they're pretty
in,
cute.
like Manitoba,
Those are squirrels.
if you lived in like, Manitoba and you saw like a moose every fucking day, or Alaska, you would be like, man. it's a
No,
moose."
they are majestic, dude.
So
How many
how-
moose have you seen, Brady? When? When have you seen a moose? And how many deer have you seen? And you'd rather just shoot a moose?
I've almost hit a deer with my car multiple times.
Exactly. But so
And turkeys.
I don't
Turkeys are
know.
little assholes. They get right. They'll just stop and just look at you.
They're
Do
just
it.
dumb. Turkeys are so dumb.
Yeah.
They'll follow each other in circle
My
if they get
uncle-
lost.
Would you eat like insects? Like when they make like grasshoppers?
No reason to.
What about bear hunting?
I've
That
eaten
sounds
scorpion,
rough.
chocolate covered scorpion.
But did it look like a scorpion?
It was a scorpion that was on a stick that you could tell was a scorpion, and it was just covered in chocolate.
Like, you know, I don't know. I see those videos where they have
I've seen
they have
those.
the grasshoppers in the
Yeah.
and they're just I don't
They're
know what
fried and they have a little seasoning on them,
The
like
way-
French fries.
The
I don't
way
know if
I
I
see
can.
it in
I don't
their
know if I can
mouth.
put. I'm afraid to still be alive.
The way I see it is, you can't say you don't like something,
Until you try
like
it.
food wise, until you've tried it.
Dude, have you ever had a bug just grab a hold of your finger?
Yeah.
Is that not the scariest thing
Like those
in the world?
pigeon
And I don't
bugs.
know why. Yeah.
Like you,
No, like
you
I-
stick your finger knowing
Yeah.
that they'll bite it, but
Like,
it's still terrifying. When
I think
they latch on.
cicadas, they don't do anything, but they scare the shit out of me. Like they go like and they shake vigorously, and if that would have latched, if I would have had a cicada latch onto my finger and shake, I would probably cry. Like I might have a heart attack. It just freaks me out. I don't know why.
Even daddy long legs, spiders that can't do any damage and do almost nothing but sit in a corner.
See, daddy long legs
I'm still like, I'd rather you not be there.
No.
I'm gonna get rid of
See,
you.
daddy long.
I might not be afraid of it,
Oh, in the house.
but you
Yeah.
don't want it
I'm always
around.
thinking about
Even
Well,
if you're
I
outside.
I know it's there.
I could hold it on my hand. I could hold a cicada in my hand. And same thing with like salamanders. Anything like wet, I could pretty much put on my hands. You know, like any
It's
like
just gotta be
worms.
wet.
I don't think I would put centipedes because they move too fast.
Oh, it's too many legs. They freak you.
Yeah, but like ants, I'm not a fan of. Grasshoppers,
Well,
they
ants-
look
some
like
ants bite.
they look weird. Yeah.
Not around here. Mostly we just have regular like.
Usually
black
when ants crawl on you, they feel really weird.
Cockroaches. Cockroaches are probably the most hated insect. They might be the most hated animal.
I've never seen like an actual cockroach like in a house. Or
They're
something.
not. I mean, we in Michigan we don't
They're
have
nasty.
big ones. We have kind of small ones.
Dude, they're like giant.
They're
ants.
gross.
What about those giant ants in like South America?
Oh, stink bugs. Oh, which is worse, a stink
Those are
bug or a
everywhere.
cockroach? Which would you rather have like in your room?
stink bug.
The cockroach is hard.
Like,
to
let's say there's
Stink
15 of
bugs
them.
come by themselves, but cockroaches will have just a
Hordes,
bunch of them. They're
yeah.
just laying eggs in your floorboards.
Yeah.
What
that's-
about locusts? Those are.
Well,
freaky.
locust is just a big. I can handle the bigger the grasshopper. I feel like the easier.
Grasshoppers don't freak me out at all.
I used to catch but the small grasshoppers freak me out. I don't understand what it is.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think it's because like a big grasshopper I can grab onto and know I'm not going to accidentally squish it.
Dragonflies when I was a kid kind of freaked me out because
Oh,
it
they
looks
don't.
like they have a stinger, you know.
I thought they
But
were
they
sweet.
don't.
I still think they're cool. I think
They're cool. No, I think they're cool. I'm just
They have
saying.
they have like the head of a normal bug, so you're like, I don't know, but then they look kind of cool overall, and you're like, I'll allow it.
I think I'm gonna get one,
Wait.
a tramp stamp of a butterfly.
Who does?
Or not a butterfly.
Your mom has
dragonfly.
no.
My
Who's
stepmom? But that's a son, not a
no?
butterfly.
Who has one of someone's mom has one.
My mom doesn't have. My mom.
Why are you laughing?
Doesn't have any tattoos.
I thought your mom has a tramp stamp. I thought
No,
that's where you were going
no,
with that. I
I
was
was-
like, all right.
I know someone has a dragonfly. I can't remember who it is.
Oh, but not specifically on the tramp.
No, not a tramp. No.
how much money would it take for you to get a tramp stamp?
A permanent tramp stamp?
You can always get it lasered later.
A permanent tramp stamp? What does that mean? No, sorry. I just saw a Would You Rather on Reddit. And it's this is Would you rather kill yourself or commit suicide? It just made me laugh.
I was gonna say something. I forgot.
Like if I offered you 2 fat stacks,
2 fat stacks,
$2,000
$2,000 for what?
to get a tramp stamp.
No way.
Of what? Can I get
Absolutely not.
No?
No. Okay.
No.
Yeah. It costs more than that to get it removed.
$2,000? Dude,
No, I wouldn't do it. No.
no
Okay,
way.
what
That
would
is
be your
way
max?
too low.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
I would do-
Mikey,
20 grand.
is
and
that
you
in your
got a deal.
ballpark? Would you do it for
No,
$2,000?
I don't think I would do it for $2,000, but I was just feeling it out. Like 10?
No.
It depends on what it is.
No way.
No. Okay.
For
I don't-
$10,000?
What if it was my
Maybe I
name?
won't.
What if
Any
it
amount
was
of
my
money you
name?
can make in less than a year is not worth a
I
tramp
would do
stamp.
it. I would do
It's
it
not.
for 20.
It's just not because you have that thing for 60 years.
Oh no.
That's true.
Dang,
Is
we're
it-
gonna die in 60 years.
is it-
Oh my gosh.
Gideon, is that SpongeBob where there's like the the butterfly and they like zoom in on it and it shows like the you know what
Yeah,
I'm
yes,
talking
yeah, yeah,
it's
it is.
fun.
about? That ruined butterflies for me.
Would you get a face tat though?
No.
What about like
I'm
some?
more likely to get a tramp stamp than a face.
You could be like Post Malone and get an eyelid tat.
I think yeah.
Your face tattoo, I feel like, would cripple me a little bit professionally.
Yeah, very much
Be a
so.
lot less likely to give me responsibilities or deal with customers or anything like that.
Yeah, definitely.
So definitely would not do that.
No way.
It'd have to be
Jeez.
retirement amount of money. You know what I mean?
What is
Yeah.
Because I couldn't work
retirement
the
amount of
same
money?
way.
Yeah. No.
I just mean I'd have to have enough to not work anymore.
What if you
because
were-
I'd
what
be
if-
taking away
Yeah.
my ability to make money in the way that I'm
It's
good
hard
at
to hire
anyways.
someone.
Well,
somebody
what
with a
is the
face
next?
tattoo.
Do you have
Yeah.
do you have a tattoo idea you want to get? Do you have a tattoo idea?
A new
Yeah.
a new tattoo? No. I've thought about it a couple times getting a new one, but I feel like I want to get a tattoo just to get a tattoo. I don't want to get it for the content of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna hold enough for now.
Yeah, that's the same thing for me. I don't know where else I want a tattoo. I have one right
I
on
still
my
don't
left
have one.
pec, and that's it. You can get this one if you want.
I know I should. Everyone else got one, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Did Mikey? Did you get that one?
That's
No, Mikey doesn't tat his body. Mikey is not a sinner.
My body's the temple.
no. For that, I feel like it's your friend group from high school.
No, that's what Cody said too.
Yeah.
It's not.
But
Yeah, but I
just,
wouldn't be offended if you
I
got
just
it.
feel
No.
like that's what it is. Like I feel like I'm okay not.
We wanted everyone to get it.
Yeah.
We literally told everybody to get it when we got it, and so we set a day, and 5 of us were able to make it. And then a couple people said they were gonna do it, and then a couple people didn't. I don't know. Jade was gonna get it. She ended up not. Becky was gonna get it. She ended up not getting it.
But
I
then
don't know.
I also feel like to get a tattoo, I have to wholeheartedly believe in the thing and know that my opinion on it's never gonna change.
No, that's not true.
Or just get something that doesn't have an opinion associated with it.
Yeah, because
But,
I think if you get a tattoo, it's like taking a picture of something, in a way where you look back on a tattoo and you may not be like, I love this. I still, because name one thing you have that you love every day. Nothing. Like you look back and you're like, I remember when I got that I got this, whatever. Because this tattoo, I forget I have a tattoo all the time. I look back, I'm like, my friends. I was like, it's funny because I don't know, because what it means, and I don't know. So like, it doesn't have to stay with you forever. Like people, I think that I only have one tattoo, so I don't have a lot of room to talk. But when people are like, you need to leave a picture of a symbol, the thing you want to get tattooed on in your bathroom for a year, and if you still like it after a year, then that's when you know to get a tattoo. And I think that's stupid.
Yeah, that's a long time.
I think it's
you
really
should
stupid.
think about it longer than 2 weeks or something.
For sure.
But and maybe not even. If you're just getting something that's just a symbol or
Yeah.
whatever, and your friends are like, let's get a tattoo right now. And you just do it as a simple symbol. I think that's probably fine.
I
But
think
if
so
it's
too.
really big and complicated, you should think about it for a while.
Yeah. Well, that's true. If you're gonna get like
Or if it's in a
someone's
really
like a
obvious
celebrity
place.
face or something on your arm,
If I get like a hand tattoo
I would
or
never
something
tattoo
that you see
my
all the
fingers
time.
or hand. I would never.
I would, if I had like a sleeve, but I'm not strong enough. I don't have a huge biceps, so I don't think I would ever get a sleeve anyway. But
Just
if,
draw biceps on.
oh, that's a
the
good idea. Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
goes up a little bit.
I would never get a joke tattoo or like a meme tattoo.
No, I
that
wouldn't
sounds
either.
terrible. Like
No joke
long
is
neck,
funny for that long.
long neck. Doesn't he have like lick here?
Yeah, lick here
He-
pointing up his neck.
Because that's the joke. Because he's got such a long neck that he has people lick his neck. and so on like right here in the middle of his chest, he has lick here with an arrow pointing up. He actually has it tattooed on his chest.
Yeah, but Supreme Patty also has.
Supreme Patty's stupid.
Yeah, he also has a Supreme, like, tattoo that just says Supreme, like the box.
I know, I saw it. It's stupid. I just don't think he's funny.
No.
Maybe that's why I hate it. I hate both of them.
None of those
actually.
guys are funny.
No, they're not. Trevor was in a. Isn't it funny that Trevor met
Gucci Bear.
Gucci Berry, whatever?
Yeah, Gucci Bear.
This is crazy.
It's pretty
That
crazy.
Trevor just met him.
Snapchat
he was telling us
suggested
about
it to me. Just the random Snapchat
It's on Barstool
top
Sports.
things. Yeah.
Have you seen that? Like Barstool Sports. They hosted a video that I don't think Trevor is in it, but Trevor was there. It was Trevor and his friend, and they shot a puck at some Instagram famous guy. He's stupid. He's just famous for having people do stupid stuff to him, and so he wanted a hockey player to hit a puck into his nuts,
And they did.
and so they did.
Like full blown.
He slapped it.
I'll
man.
find it.
Slapshot,
I'll
yeah.
find it for you.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but he's
That seems like
But
I,
do you
I would
know-
make him sign like a waiver, be like, I'll shoot this puck at you, but I'm not responsible for what happens.
no. Well, do you know? When we
Sounds
had
like Johnny
Friendsgiving,
Knoxville.
when Trevor came here and he brought his friend, friend
Riley.
Riley. His friend Riley was the one who did it. Isn't that crazy? Oh
Fred
no!
Riley's the one who did what?
Slapped
slap
it.
Slapped him.
Yeah.
Here, I'll find it.
The guy who's here playing beer pong with us and stuff.
Yeah. Hold on. This is gonna be so stupid. Where is it?
We were all really drunk.
Yeah, that jungle juice was too strong.
This guy.
You were
uploads-
real tipsy. You were like spilling it and shit upstairs. You were like, Brady, I'm fine. And then you're just like,
I didn't spill it though.
you did. You did.
No. That was
you
the point.
spilled it, and then you looked at me and you're like, but see, I didn't spill it.
No, I didn't
Yes,
spill
you
it.
did. I watched
And you tried
do
to
it.
say I was going to, and I
was
told
the
you I
most sober
didn't.
one. I watched you do it. And then
Brady's bullshit.
Tyler's fiance.
Oh god, she like fell out of the chair and
Yeah.
just passed out right there on the couch.
I love it.
I think he took it off his Instagram.
Really? Why? It's not really controversial.
No, compared to everything else he does. No.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find it on Barstool Sports. But they post so much stuff.
Yeah.
Instagram
Oh my
is
gosh.
like
It's
the worst app.
Oh, here it is.
I don't
Here it
have
is.
it. I don't
Like,
see
worst
how-
designed.
Like worst
Or-
designed and then like
Here.
worst for you. I feel like.
Yeah, it's pretty bad for you. It's also not. Yeah, it's designed really poorly.
That's Riley right there. It's stupid. It's dumb.
Why would you want that?
I don't think
It's
he
crazy.
necessarily did.
Were they
That
in
dude
Mi-
does it for fame
Does
too.
that dude live in Michigan?
Yeah, he's from Flint.
Yeah, he's from Flint, but
Oh.
I think
It's
Long
that
Neck's from
water.
Michigan too.
no way.
Where's Thick Neck from?
Florida.
Dude, they do videos together too.
I know.
Yeah, it's
weird.
super weird.
I think it's kind of funny.
I don't think I'd ever want to make my money through pain or be famous.
What
for
about
just-
Jackass though?
No, I don't think so.
No, I mean I wouldn't want to either, but it's different with them. Like these people I don't know. I weirdly have I have a weird respect for the Jackass crew.
You think it's just
I
because you
think it's
grew
because
up
they were
watching
the
them?
First to do it.
Maybe.
Yeah, they're
but
kind of like the OG guys.
True. That could be it.
But they,
And
were,
I
all- they all had like, they were all like stunt people, like previously. Like most of them had experience like doing stunts. For
that's not
And they-
true.
and
That
they
is
would-
not
well,
true.
They would make
Bam
it
Margera
super.
was a skateboarder.
He was a skateboarder, and that's it.
I know, but he was still like,
One of them was a skateboarder,
yeah, but he hurt
and then
himself all the
Steve-O
time.
was a clown, and then
Steve-O was
the other
actually a
guy
clown?
he was literally in a clown band, and then
Amazing.
and then Wee Man was a skateboarder, became a skateboarder, and then the rest of them were just a couple of them were friends, and then I think two of them auditioned for it. Don't worry, we went down a hole
Yeah.
because
How did
like
Johnny
3 years
Knoxville
ago,
get famous?
like 3 or 4
originally?
years ago,
We
yeah,
watched all of them.
yeah, I was watching behind the scenes interviews and everything because I was like, this is such a weird thing that they're so famous. And we watched every single one, plus like the 2.5 and the 3.5. And I don't know. It just blows my mind that they didn't know what they were doing. They're like, we're either going to get famous or we're going to be stupid and we're going to go bankrupt and lose everything.
Yeah,
And-
which is pretty crazy.
Yeah. They said
How did Johnny Knoxville get like famous before like what did he do? Was he a stuntman?
he
or-
he
I'm gonna
submitted.
I'm Wikipediaing him.
No, he I don't know what he did before exactly, but Big Brother magazine, they hosted all these crazy things, and he was testing not safety equipment. He was testing protection equipment like mace and tasers and whatnot, and they wanted someone there with the video to videotape it. to also have it because he was going to be doing that. And they took pictures. So it was in the magazine and they ended up posting the videos online. And through Big Brother, I think Bam, Steve-O, and Johnny Knoxville all started doing stunts. And they would post it on like the Big Brother website and whatnot. And then from there, that's where Jackass kind of started to get created.
He pretty much, yeah, Big Brother, you're right. Bam Margera's CKY video. And then together they all pitched this. They pitched MTV with Jackass.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jackass is how he got famous.
So you know what's crazy is how much that like skateboarding launched.
That was like early 2000s, late 90s was like craze.
So like that type of skateboarding launched that Ken Block. You know who he is. He's like that big hoonigan car channel and all that. He only got popular because of like him and Rob Dyrdek had the DC shoes.
Well, Rob Dyrdek had his TV show. That was back when it was like skateboarding now is it was trendy back then. It's not as trendy as it is now.
Yeah.
Like I still watch the SLS and whatnot. We don't have to talk about skateboarding. Sorry guys. Zach's just like looking at me like, what are we talking about now?
It was just a weird kind of phrase.
Yeah.
Like that mid to late 90s, early 2000s.
It's still huge.
But like how it was like the anti-culture.
And it was cool to be a skateboarder.
Yeah. Way back then. Skateboarders scared the shit out of me. They still do. They're scary. Like you just go to YouTube and type in skaters versus, and then that's it. Or skaters versus haters, or skaters versus security and whatnot. There's some pretty crazy videos out there. I don't like it when the skateboarders antagonize the people, but usually when it's like the cops being dicks, then it's kind of funny.
Yeah, usually for skateboarders, you have to be pretty ballsy. Because you're going to jump off this huge thing and try to land on it.
And you're not going to wear a helmet either.
You're going to do it over and over again. Yeah, because it's not cool to wear pads.
No. Yeah, dude.
You can't wear pads. Fuck that. I'm going to get a concussion instead.
Yeah.
Remember all the Tony Hawk games?
Yeah, they were pretty fun. But you had to have some pretty big balls to just keep jumping off or to literally try to balance on a rail while you fly down it.
Yeah. And you have dedication. Like to keep doing it until you land it. Like
you fail and know the pain of what it felt like to fall and do it again.
And know it's going to happen for another 25 times until you land it.
It is cool though, because a lot of people that get famous through skateboarding, they don't have it's not like other sports where you have like sponsors. Well, in order to get a sponsorship, because once you get a sponsorship, then you're actually starting to get somewhere. But most people that get famous through skateboarding, they aren't known for literally anything else. They're nobodies. They don't do anything. All of them have a story. Like every skateboarder out there has a story where it's like, I worked a part-time job, I lived with my mom, and I would skateboard every single day. You know,
there's like no path to it.
No, there isn't. You
like
just have
NFL,
to do it.
You have that path that you go to. You play all the way through high school, like elementary, high school. Then you play in college, and then you get drafted. And all of this.
I think like every single pro skater has never went to college. You know what I mean? Like they don't. That's not what they do.
What's this? I'm like, I keep smelling something.
Oh,
like.
It's beer.
It's a stout.
Yeah.
I was like, what is that smell? I thought something was burning. My blanket too close to the fire. It's not. The worst, we were talking about pain earlier. I forgot to say that getting credit carded, definitely.
What is that?
It's where like the skateboard goes.
Oh yeah. Oh, credit card. I know what you're talking about. Skateboards.
Remember when I got credit carded?
It's between your balls and your butthole. That little spot. I think it's called. What do they call it? Like a gooch or something?
Gooch.
The gooch.
Well, it's called the taint, but in the skate community, they call it the gooch specifically.
Yeah.
Very unpleasant.
That might be one of the worst feelings. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'd rather
happened to me once, and it was awful.
I think.
I feel like it lasts longer than getting hit in the balls.
Yep.
It's got a.
I don't know, man. I'm so anti balls being hit.
Anti balls.
I'm anti balls completely, dude.
Just chop
down
off.
with balls.
What?
How long have we been going this time?
I have no idea. I wasn't paying attention. I lost
We
it.
started at like 7:27.
Hour.
Yeah. Haven't it really been an hour?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That's crazy. We could stop if you guys want. I guess it is 8:45.
Let's cut it. I want to
Alright.
get some food.
Yeah.
I'm
Let's
hungry.
cut it. And next time we'll
I'll go with you, Zach.
have
I'm not going anywhere.
everyone will bring
Oh, you-
3 ideas.
I like that.
No, dude, it's a dumpster fire. No ideas. All right.
Yeah.
Just in the
I think when there's a lot of yelling, I really like it.
A yacht.
Yeah.
A yacht of yelling.
A yacht of
All
yelling.
You
right.
sound like me the other day.
All right. Goodbye.